What's up, guys? Today we're going to make a classic American comfort food called macaroni and cheese. Let's get started with our cheeses. I'm using two different kinds today, mozzarella and cheddar, but you can use any two types of cheeses you like, or three, or one. It's just whatever you really have on hand and whatever you like the taste of. So make sure it melts well. So you don't want a hard cheese. Parmesan can work, but it won't melt too well in the end. So I'm just getting this cut up into nice small little chunks, maybe 1 centimeter cubed. That way it melts pretty well in the final sauce. But you can shred it, you can slice it, whatever you like. And we're going to put our cheddar on top. I've got about 4 ounces of each type of cheese, or about 100 grams each. We'll set that aside, and then we'll boil our macaroni. It's really just a couple ingredients for this recipe. We'll put 1 pound, or about half a kilo. It's about 450 grams. We're going to stir this up, let it cook for about 10 minutes, and then to test if it's done, we pull one out, stab it with our fork. Seems pretty easy to slide in. We'll touch it. Seems squishy to me. I eat it, and it had a good consistency, so I call that done. We'll set it aside in a strainer, and then in the same pan, we're going to start our sauce. This is how you make a classic gravy. We'll start with equal parts butter and flour. I got 2 tablespoons of butter, 2 tablespoons of flour. If you're making a smaller batch or a bigger batch, you can just adjust it. It's just a 50-50 ratio, no matter how much you're making. This right here is called a roux. This is the basis of every gravy. So once it gets cooked down, after about a minute, we're going to add our milk to it. And you just stir it in a little bit at a time. You don't want to add too much milk at once because you don't know if you've added too much. So just keep breaking up your lumps and clumps until it gets nice and smooth. And we'll just keep adding a little bit more milk as it soaks it up and absorbs it. This is great. Make sure to scrape down the sides. And after about 2 or 3 minutes, we got a nice smooth sauce. No lumps and clumps. Yeah, that's perfect. Now we're going to add some flavor. We got salt and pepper. This is classic, but if you like garlic or onion or paprika, anything you like, you can toss it in here. This is just classic. If you've never made it before, I would say go simple for the first time. After our salt and pepper is stirred in, let's add our cheese a little bit at a time. We'll add an ounce or two now, stir it in a little bit, throw in another ounce or two, stir it in. Takes about a minute. We'll get it all incorporated. The mozzarella chunks are going to take a little bit longer to melt just because they're so much bigger than the shreds. Let's get it all in there. That's simple. Scrape the sides. Make sure we get nice mix here. One homogeneous sauce. Sticking to the back of our spoon really well. We'll give it a taste. And it needs a little bit more flavor. So we're going to add a little bit more salt, a little bit more pepper. Make sure to taste your sauces as you're making them. That way you know if you like it. If you like it before it goes into the final dish, then you know you're going to like the final dish. So that's so cheesy, guys. I mean, you can't get better than that. Let's give it one final taste test. Wow, that cheese pull looks amazing. Let's get back in there. Yeah, so cheesy. It tasted good to me, so let's get the noodles in there. As always, my pan is too small for the amount of food that I'm making, but that's just fine. Get it all stirred in. Get it nice as incorporated. Yeah, just like that. Yeah, perfect. It looks so good, guys. It smells good, too, in my kitchen. We're going to do one final step. We're going to dump it into a baking dish. This allows us to get a nice crispy crunch on the top. We'll just smooth it all down. And we're going to add some breadcrumbs. I've got panko breadcrumbs and some pan de sal breadcrumbs that I had just from a previous dish that I made. Give it all coated, and we're going to press it down so we get a nice tight texture at the end. I like macaroni when you can kind of slice it and get a nice slice at the end. So we'll take this and bake it for 15 minutes in a broiler. Make sure to watch it so you don't burn it. This is a nice crispy crunch that I like. If you want, you can add a little garlic butter or regular butter to the top. That'll make it even crunchier on top. And final cheese pull looks amazing. Yeah, guys, that's so good. I really love mac and cheese, and I think you will too if you've never tried it. I think this took half an hour from beginning to end until I was ready to eat it. So it's pretty quick, easy to make for kids. I think you're going to like it, guys. Give it a shot. It tastes really good. I'm going to go in for a second one. Wow. It's perfect, guys. Thanks so much. We'll see you later. Bye.